Well, good day everybody and welcome to my channel Simply Espresso, coming to you from the northeast of Scotland. I'm doing another espresso review today. This one is another one from Cartwheel Coffee Roasters. This is actually the last bag of beans that I do have from them. And this one is their Rwandan that they have at the moment. As you can see there, Kilimbi, with tasting notes of tropical fruit, red apple and honey. Here's a little wee story at the back. So the variety is red bourbon, process is honey, and I'll just read a wee bit of the story, and apologies if I butcher any of the pronunciation. So the Kilimbi washing station sits on the shore of Lake Kivu on the edge of the Nyamasheke district in western Rwanda. The station was built in 2016 by Muraho Trading Company. Kilimbi is only accessible by boat, with producers traveling across Lake Kivu to deliver their crop. The station was one of the first washing stations in Rwanda to be allowed to produce honey and naturally processed coffee. Well, there you go. Alright then, so what I'm going to do then is just weigh out the beans, and this will be the last of my beans. So again, trying to get the right dial on the niche is going to be interesting. So what we'll do is we'll just go up top, shall we, and take a look at the niche and at the beans.
Alright guys, that's us up top now, looking down at the beans on the niche 0. So beans to me look about probably a medium roast. The dial on the niche for this one is at 13. I'm hoping that will be fine enough to get a decent shot. So onto the grind then.
Okay guys, well, welcome back. As you can see, we've got the puck prepped and we're ready to do a shot. So boiler is at 94 degrees. As I said, I'm not sure, 100% sure if the grind settings are going to be accurate for this one. These are the very last of my beans. I really need to get into the habit of even putting a little bit of putting a sticker on the bag just with the grind settings that I use, because it's quite difficult when you're going between different coffees to remember exactly what setting you used on the niche. So just a little tip that I should use for future times. Right, so let's get onto the shot, shall we, and see what we get. So I'm hoping for approximately 36 grams out, between 25 to 30 seconds with a bit of luck. Okay, so again, that was a little bit short. I tend to be pulling a little bit short these days, so I could probably go a little bit finer on the niche. Could probably grind it at a even 11 would probably do. So that was just under 37 grams, 36.8 grams. I think that was about 23 seconds. So overall, I'm fairly pleased with the length of the shot. Would have liked probably another 5 seconds more, but obviously, as I say, would have had to have ground a little bit finer. Right, so shall we go on to the tasting notes then, shall we? So not a huge deal of crema on this one. Again, these last of the beans have been around for a while, so not as fresh as when I first got them, obviously. Okay, so on the nose, definitely getting a sweetness. The notes suggest honey. Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely some honey sweetness coming out on the nose. There's some fruitiness there too. Difficult to exactly pinpoint what fruitiness. I'll probably really have to do a deep dive to be able to know exactly what the the fruits are. But anyway, we'll go on to the taste. Now that is quite interesting. I'm definitely getting notes of apple, but pineapple comes through quite strong. There is some citrus kick there with some acidity. The honey sweetness is cutting through it. But I would say the acidity is dominating over the sweetness. Now, with my previous review from the barn, the sweetness really was the dominant element in that brew, in the sense that it cut through the acidity, and you got a very good playful balance between the acidity and the sweetness. This one is bordering more on the lines of acidity. I wouldn't say it's sour though, so don't get the wrong impression. It's just got that citrus acidic kick. Let's have a final taste. It's still very good. Again, they've got the sweetness, getting the apple, a little bit of bitterness, but a little bit of dark chocolate perhaps. But it's the tropical fruit notes that come out, the pineapple that comes out, and the acidic nature of the bean or of the taste. It's very good. It's not my favorite of their range, I will be honest. I think it's their Colombian is obviously, and their Costa Rican is excellent. I'll be honest, I prefer this Rwandan in an Americano. I had an Americano early on today, and it was a really tasty, fruity brew. So as an espresso, I think that it's enjoyable, but I think it really shines. I think the beans really shine in a Americano style, and probably filter, I would suggest as well, or even something like on the AeroPress. So score-wise, I'm probably going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think it's quite good enough for me personally. Again, this is all subjective, to be an 8 or above. But still, no disrespect or anything to Cartwheel Coffee Roasters. I think that they are bringing out really good coffees, really good quality as well. I've been happy with every single one that I've got off them. All my beans from them are nearly finished, so I would probably buy more of them in the future. However, I think that I want to try lots of different other roasters first. I think that's one of the things when you start your espresso journey like I have over the last 6 months. You just want to try different things, and it's quite difficult to settle down on anything, or find a bean that you will buy or over and over again. So I'm very much more in the experimental phase of my journey, and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying it too. If there's any other suggestions that you have for me to make my content better, and I know I need to get another camera, but if there's anything else that you can suggest, just please leave it in the comments. Also, comment about other coffees that you'd like to see. As I say, I'm always wanting to experiment and try different things. So if you have any suggestions whatsoever, just leave a comment, okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching as usual, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.